The views and opinions expressed in this podcast represent the official stance of Partners for Affordable and Reliable Energy or PARE and are intended to provide educational and informational insights on energy-related topics. While we strive for accuracy, transparency, and fairness, viewers are encouraged to further research and engage in discussions to enhance their understanding. Viewer discretion is advised.
Let us raise our voices. Kung meron kayong nakikita ng mga electric cooperatives engaging in political activities, call their attentions. Remind them of their mandate or coordinate with us at PARE. You can email us, you can search our Facebook page, Partners for Affordable or Reliable Energy, and coordinate with us so we could call the attention of our ECs and we could create Welcome to another episode of Power Talks by PARE, your go-to podcast for insightful discussions on energy topics, electric cooperatives, and consumer rights. I'm Nick Sator Jr., your host and the Chief Advocate Officer of PARE, Partners for Affordable and Reliable Energy. Electric cooperatives were established to serve consumers by ensuring affordable and reliable energy. But today, we're tackling an issue that's at the heart of our advocacy. Are electric cooperatives still serving consumers or have they shifted their focus to politics? As we approach the 2025 midterm elections, we've observed a troubling trend. There are some electric cooperatives, instead of focusing on improving their services and lowering power rates, they are openly engaging in political activities. We've seen social media endorsements, political figures speaking at EC events and general assemblies that look more like a campaign rally than discussion on electricity concerns. So today, we ask the tough questions. Ang mga pinakamahirap na tanong, why are some electric cooperatives engaging in politics? And how does this affect electricity and our consumers? What can we do to hold them accountable? Stay with us as we uncover the truth behind the issue and why electric cooperatives should stick to their real mandate, serving consumers and not politicians. Picture this. Nakatira ka sa isang maliit na bayan at buwan-buwan tumataas yung bayad mo sa kuryente. Minsan madalas din ang brownout at tuwing nagre-report ka ng power outages sa iyong electric cooperative, inaabot ng ilang araw o minsan linggo bago ka makakuha ng sagot. Tapos, habang nag-scroll ka sa Facebook, may napansin kang kakaiba. Yung official FB page ng inyong EC or electric cooperative ay nagpo-post tungkol sa pagbisita ng isang kandidato o ng isang political party list. Kasama sila sa inyong General Assembly at kasama sila sa inyong meetings na dapat sana'y nakatuon sa mga issue ng singil sa kuryente at kapakanan ng mga consumer. Ito na ngayon ay punong-puno ng campaign banners, tarpaulins, at ang mga opisyal ng kooperatiba sa halip na pag-usapan kung paano mapababa ang singil sa kuryente ay abala sila sa pakikipagkamay sa mga politiko. Samantala, sa bahay mo, hirap ka pa ring bayaran ang lumulobong bill ng inyong kuryente. Pamilyar ka ba dito? Nakakalungkot man, pero ganito ang senaryo hindi lang dyan sa bayan mo, kung hindi sa maraming bahagi ng Pilipinas. Although electric cooperatives were created to serve consumers, not politicians. But when they prioritize politics over service, the ones who suffer the most are the very people they are supposed to protect. Us, the consumers. Tayo ang kawawa pag nadiderail ang ating mga electric cooperatives sa kanilang mandato. Ang ating mga Partner for Affordable and Reliable Energy volunteers nationwide have been closely monitoring their electric cooperatives in their own areas. And they have observed that leading up to the 2025 midterm elections, merong mga ibang electric cooperative who have been using their platforms not to inform consumers about electricity rates or service improvements, but to promote political candidates. So instead na pag-usapan dito ang paano pababayin ang presyo ng kuryente, ano nga ba yung mga achievements or accomplishments ng ating electric cooperatives, they are now engaging in campaign-related activities. Our partners also have observed that in some general assemblies and consumer owner meetings, political candidates are being invited to speak with posters and banners displayed throughout the event. So halos yung buong event, tad ng mga tarpaulin ng ating mga political candidates. Na samantalang itong mga gatherings o itong mga meetings ay dapat nakatuon sa mga ating mga electricity concerns and consumer welfare, hindi electioneering. Now let us be clear. Electric cooperatives are consumer-owned. Their sole responsibility is to provide affordable and reliable electricity. Their funds, time, and influence should never be used to support political campaigns. When electric cooperatives officials prioritize politics, they neglect the real issues. And now it can lead to higher power rates, unreliable service, and mismanaged resources. This is a clear violation of their mandate. Ang duty nila ay to serve us, consumers. Hindi dapat sila nagkakaroon ng mga political sides. Pero sa realidad, eto na, malapit ng eleksyon. Madaming mga politika ang gumagamit sa mga electric cooperatives na platform or meetings para sa kanilang mga kampanya. Ngayon, ang tanong, tunay nga ba na ang EC ay transparent? Or are they wasting resources on politics? Ang mga electric cooperatives ay pagmamay-ari ng mga consumer. Ang pangunahing tungkulin nila ay tiyakin ang abot-kaya at maaasahang kuryente. Hindi dapat ginagamit ang kanilang pondo, oras, impluensya para sa pagsuporta sa kampanyang pampolitika. Kapag inuna ng mga opisyal ng EC ang politika, napapabayaan tayong mga consumers. Ang pamamahala ng pondo ng ating mga electric cooperatives ay dapat babalik yan para sa ating mga consumers at hindi kailanman dapat gamitin sa kahit kaninong political candidate. Ang tungkulin ng EC ay tiyakin ang abot-kaya at maaasahang kuryente, hindi ang makisawsaw sa politika. Ngayon, para sa ating mga consumers, ganito rin ba ang nararanasan nyo? Pag ganito rin ang nararanasan nyo sa inyong mga franchise area, mag-comment below. Okay. At pag-usapan pa natin yan. Bawal nga ba ito? No. Tinatanong ng marami kung ang pagsuporta ng ating mga electric cooperatives sa mga political candidates o party list ay pinagbabawal. Ngayon sa ating Omnibus Election Code of the Philippines, ito ay pinagbabawal. Sa Section 95B, natural and juridical persons operating a public utility or in possession of or exploiting any natural resources of the nation are prohibited from making contributions to support political candidates. No. Ang natural and juridical persons operating a public utility ay pinagbabawal. Sa simpleng paliwanag, okay, bawal ito sa batas ng mga electric cooperatives ay nakikilahok o nakikikampanya, ngunit, ito ang twist. Ang batas na ito, ang ating Omnibus Election Code, ay ginawa upang makasiguro ang patas at malinaw na halalan. So, the framers of the Omnibus Election Code wanted to ensure a fair and transparent elections para pigilan yung mga suporta ng ating mga public utilities sa ating mga political candidates o ang mga party list. Ngunit ito ang twist. Noong 2022, naglabas ang NEA ng isang memo na nagsasabing pinapayagan ang mga electric cooperatives na suportahan ang kanilang kandidato hanggat hindi nagagamit ang mga resources ng EC. So, ibig sabihin, sabi ni NEA, pwede to, basta wag niyong gastusin ang mga pondo at resources ng EC. Ngayon, itong tinatanong ng ating mga consumers. Kapag nag-imbita ang isang electric cooperative ng mga political candidate at party list sa kanilang mga general assembly, sa kanilang meeting, where do we draw the line in EC resources? Hindi ba't ang mga gastusin tulad ng paggamit ng venue, pagkain, sound system, lahat ito ay bahagi ng ating EC resources? Ang mga electric cooperatives natin, ang tunay na nagmamay-ari sa ating mga electric cooperatives ay ang mga consumers, ang mga member consumer owners. Ang pangunahing tungkulin dapat nila ay tiyakin ang abot kaya at maasahang kuryente. Hindi dapat ginagamit ang kanilang pondo, oras at impluensya para sa pagsuporta sa kampanyang pampolitika. Kapag inuna ng mga opisyal ng electric cooperatives ang politika, katulad ng banggit ko kanina, consumers ang kawawa. Ang mga tunay na issue na dapat pag-usapan sa mga meeting ay hindi na pag-uusapan. Hindi na siya nagiging usapin para sa welfare ng ating mga consumer or ng ating electric cooperative. Ang katanungan natin ay ito nga ba ay bawal? Ang pagsuporta nga ba ng ating mga EC ay bawal? Hindi po siya bawal dahil meron na pong NEA memo. So yes, ECs or electric cooperatives may freely support the national and local election candidates of their choice. And it may be legal, although how can ECs ensure that the political candidates they endorse are actually the voice and choice of the consumer owners? Paano natin masisiguro na yung isinusulong na kandidato ng ating mga electric cooperatives ay ito rin ang choice and voice ng ating member consumer owners or ating mga MCOs? O itong mga kandidato ba na to ay choice lang ng mangilan-ngilan na mga EC officials or board of directors? Sino nga ba ang namimili? Paano natin pinipili ang ating mga iniindorso na kandidato? So this is where the question lies. And ito yung medyo malabo na paano ngayon hindi nagagamit ang resources ng ating electric cooperatives kung ang kandidatong iniindorso ng ating EC ay hindi naman yun yung kagustuhan ng mga member consumer owners. As owners of the electric cooperatives, as an MCO, tayo dapat ang namimili kung sino ang i-endorso ng ating mga EC. Hindi yan dapat pinag-uusapan lamang ng ating board of directors o ng ating mga EC officials. And how can NEA, COMELEC, and our regulators check that these really EC endorsement are the choice of the consumers? Ano ang parameters na gagamitin nila? Sa atin, at pare, together with our volunteers nationwide, naniniwala tayo na this is not only unethical, but it's also questionable from a legal standpoint. Do we follow the Omnibus Election Code or the NEA memo? Like I've mentioned, the framers of our Omnibus Election Code wanted to ensure fair and transparent elections by not including public utilities in joining electioneering campaigns. It would be unfair para sa mga ibang kandidato who are not close to our EC officials. Paano naman sila? Ano ang basis to be endorsed by an electric cooperative? At pare, we strongly believe that electric cooperatives must remain neutral. Their sole focus should be consumer welfare, ensuring affordable and reliable electricity. So ano ang pwede natin gawin sa lahat ng ating viewers nationwide? This is what needs to be done. EC officials must uphold neutrality, no endorsement, no campaign involvement. They can campaign freely as a personal or as an individual, but not as an electric cooperatives. If the general manager of our electric cooperative wishes to endorse a political candidate, there's no problem about that. But they should not be using the name or the entity of the electric cooperative. They can endorse the political candidates in their own individual capacity and not as a whole electric cooperative. And as consumers, sa atin naman, what can we do? Or what do we need to do? As consumers, let us raise our voices. Kung meron kayong nakikita ng mga electric cooperatives engaging in political activities, call their attentions. Remind them of their mandate or coordinate with us at PARE. You can email us, you can search our Facebook page, Partners for Affordable or Reliable Energy, and coordinate with us. So we could call the attention of our ECs and we could create collaborative solutions regarding the issue. Now, for our regulators, please take action. We appeal to our regulators that please, you need to take action. NIA, ERC must enforce policies that keep the electric cooperatives focused on energy service and not politics. The future of our energy sector should be shaped with fairness and transparency, not with political interest. Now here, as we are nearing the elections, may kanya-kanya po tayong mga political candidates. I do understand. But let us not use the organization or the electric cooperative as a whole to endorse your political candidates. So we've covered a lot, from growing political involvement to electric cooperatives to how it impacts the consumers. The bottom line, electric cooperatives must get back to their real job, and that is providing affordable and reliable power. Kung kayo po ay naniniwala sa ating mensahe na to, please share this episode. Ask questions and demand that electric cooperatives stay neutral. Now, if you see an EC engaging in politics, like I've mentioned, call it out. Speak up. This is our fight and together we can hold them accountable. But if you have a different perspective, meron po kayong ibang pananaw, we also welcome constructive dialogue. We are open for discussions. Discussions that could lead to better understanding because our goal is to ensure that consumers are well informed about their rights and their responsibilities of their own electric cooperatives. Subscribe to Power Talks by Pare for more discussions on energy justice, electric cooperatives, and consumer rights. Let's work towards an energy sector that truly prioritizes the needs of the Filipino people. Until then, I'm Nick Satur Jr., your host and Chief Advocate Officer of PARE. See you in our next episode.